So just the other day, I was on a shoot with a client and they asked me this question. Do I think that budget mirrorless cameras will go away because smartphone cameras have just gotten so good? Now today you can pick up this camera for about $600 used and $900 brand new. Now for that price, you're gonna get a resolution of 24 megabytes on the crop sensor. You're also gonna get 4K and 120 frames per second at 1080p. Now I want you guys to keep in mind that this is a little bit more of an older camera. And so if you pick up something that's relevant to this camera, like something like the A6600, you're gonna pay a little bit more money, but you're gonna get better specs. So here's where things get a little bit interesting. For $1,300, you can pick up this phone, and here's what it can do. So this device can access the internet from just about anywhere in the world, which means that you can download millions of applications, either paid or free, that can completely change the functionality of this device. And more importantly, as it tailors to this conversation, this device comes with not one, not two, but 3 separate cameras. And here's what those cameras offer. So the iPhone 13 Pro Max gives you a resolution of 12 megabits. And you get 3 different cameras, and they're all at different fixed focal ranges. One of them being the wide angle camera, and it's at 26 millimeters at a 1.5 aperture. Then you get an ultra wide, which is at 13 millimeters at a 1.8 aperture. And following that up, you get a telephoto lens at 77 millimeters at a 2.8 aperture. Now on top of all of that, all 3 of these cameras use AI. Artificial intelligence, to correct any imperfections that it thinks the image may have to make it look the best that it thinks the image can look.
So this Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra, when you open the selfie camera, has a beauty filter, but this isn't just facial smoothing, it literally lets you move your hairline, changes the shape of your chin and your nose, it can slender up your face, it changes the size of your lips and your cheeks. It can make your eyes bigger or smaller, and you can put makeup on yourself, and it's all just built into the camera, out the box, and it's totally normal.
So going back to my client's question, you can obviously see why someone would be asking this question in 2022. I mean, if you look at the iPhone, it completely outspecs a lot of the mirrorless cameras. But as you guys know, there's a lot more to the story. There are huge advantages to being able to have a separate camera body apart from a phone. And one of those, or maybe the one that I think is the biggest, is bringing it to a client shoot. Hey guys, sorry I'm late. My cat ran out the door again.
Oh man, every time that happens to me, I just let him ride. You know what I'm saying? How you doing, Joe? You got any gear you need help with, bro?
Oh, no, this is everything.
Oh, where is it?
No, I'm pretty sure I got it all.
Oh, no way. Okay, all right.
You can imagine how silly you may look coming to a production and all you have is your smartphone on a shoot where you're getting paid $5,000. Now, recently I made a video where I basically tricked my boss into thinking I was shooting on my camera, but I was actually shooting on my iPhone. Hey, quick question for you. I was trying something different with this video. I was wanting to see if you noticed any difference with the quality of it.
Well, I looked at it from my phone. Would it show up on that?
Yeah, it should show up on your phone.
I thought it was great. Like, your white balance and exposure were spot on. That was the first thing I noticed.
Now, I know these results definitely will not be the case for everybody in all the different shoots that you do. And there's a reason for that. I mean, a lot of times whenever you're getting hired to do a shoot, they're hiring you for all the different gear that they just don't want to buy. And so if you pull up with your smartphone, they may think to themselves, I probably could have done this myself and just sent them the videos for them to edit. And while that's partially true, I think that, again, there's a lot that goes into this. And that brings me to my final thoughts on this question. Do I think that budget mirrorless cameras will be replaced by smartphones in the future? And my answer is no. So I believe over these next few years, you will be able to buy a Sony camera or a Canon camera somewhere within a range of $600 all the way up to $1,000 that will be able to apply filters real time. You will be able to do green screen capabilities right within the camera, and you will even be able to edit, cut, and post videos and photos all from the camera. No other accessories needed like a phone for a hotspot or internet or anything like that. I think that you will be able to put a SIM card directly into your camera and basically have LTE to post things directly from your camera. Now, I don't think that they will begin to make these cameras in a vertical format because, I mean, video is video, and I think that even though we like to consume it on our phones in a vertical format, I think that it's super easy just to turn the camera sideways, and just the way that the cameras process the images nowadays, things like rolling shutter really wouldn't look that great on a vertical sensor. So while those are a few features that I think that the camera will have, I think that there's so much more that I can't even begin to think about that these cameras will begin to do inside the camera body. No computer, no phone needed. So I'm honestly curious to know what you guys think about this topic. Do you think that these mirrorless budget cameras will be replaced by smartphones in the future? Or do you think that these mirrorless cameras will adopt the smartphone features and be able to do everything natively right inside the camera body? I'm really curious to see what these cameras come up with to keep up with the smartphones. But all we can do is wait until then, and until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. But if you're like from the future or something, and you already know what's gonna happen, let me know in the comment section below.